Get ready to enjoy one of the most spectacular views of the day. Hi, I'm Heidi from Garden Crossings, and today I am out at Walter's Gardens, a wholesale grower for the proven winter perennials, along with many other perennials. They're a plug producer, so all of our baby plants come here from Walter's Gardens, and they have some amazing trial gardens that I'm sure if you've watched any of my videos before, you've gone for a walk through these gardens with me, but today is just beautiful. It is no exception. Let's take a look at all of the beautiful plants. One thing I will tell you is I'm going to try to talk quickly about the plants we're seeing. I'll mention their names if I'm able to, but I'm not going to be able to post all the names of the plants up on the video. So just take note, stop the video if you need to write down what you're seeing. So let's go ahead and take a look at this fabulous, fabulous garden. This is one of those days where you just feel like a squirrel. You don't know where to start, you don't know where to end. So I'm going to go ahead and just walk up and down the aisles here of this garden and talk about some of the plants that we're seeing. So we'll get in and get around the corner and find a nice starting place and talk about all these beautiful things. All right, so if I don't stop here, I'm sure somebody's going to ask me. These here actually are mangaves, which are a tropical plant, not hardy here in Michigan. I should say too, we are in Michigan, a zone 5B6A in this garden. But these are some mangaves, which are pretty cool plants for those of you who live more in the warmer climate. Here's a few more. They have them tucked in through the garden. They just add some really cool texture and some color. All right, so first things first, Baptisia, or false indigo. This one here is a Decadence Vanilla Cream. Really beautiful, creamy white flowers. Upright, it's about 3 foot tall here in the garden. Baptisia or false indigo are native plants. And once you plant them, make sure you're putting them in their forever home because they have a really large root system. Here's another beautiful Baptisia, lemon meringue. Look at those beautiful yellow flowers. Baptisia also make a great cut flower, so if you're looking for a cut flower plant, they have really long spikes, so it's a nice plant for cut flowers. Here's a clematis that's blooming. This is Stand By Me. It's a non-clinging clematis, one that's upright, beautiful little purple flowers. It's just starting to bloom here. It's about 3 foot tall or so. These really stood out to me as I was driving in. This is Amsonia String Theory. Not only does it have these beautiful flowers, it gets great fall foliage as well. Peony Bartzilla's blooming, just starting. Beautiful, large yellow blooms. Bartzilla's about 3 foot tall by 3 foot wide. Obviously, all the plants I'm talking about here can be grown in full sun because we're in a very, very full sun garden right now. Look at this beauty. This is the salvia. The fuchsia is bright. Beautiful pink blooms, a little bit of purple undertones there. I'm seeing lots of pollinators on it right now. Absolutely gorgeous. There's another planting there of the Amsonia String Theory. Beautiful flowers. Just love how it's kind of dangling there and blowing in the breeze. Up along the fence is more of the Baptisia or false indigo, lemon meringue. Up front, the yellow grass, this is the Pennisetum Lemon Squeeze. Sorry, I had to think about it there a minute. Beautiful chartreuse green foliage. Looks really great here in this garden. Moving along. I'm going to just let you walk with me and see the different things. Here we have some Nepeta Cat's Pajamas. Look at that gorgeous how that's bordering this rock fountain here. And then there's also some Astilbe, Dark Side of the Moon, not blooming yet. That's the dark foliage. And then some sedum as well. So that sedum will be blooming in the summertime. Really a pretty kind of display around that rock garden there. Here's one. We're going to take a little detour off to the right. Beautiful dianthus. This is the Dianthus Paint the Town Magenta. A great ground cover, and it's a rebloomer. Some more salvia here. This is part of the Profusion series. This is Salvia Violet Profusion. Beautiful purple blooms. Making our way, we have some Salvia Pink Dawn. Behind the Salvia Pink Dawn is some Baptisia Pink Truffles just starting to open. A lot of Nepeta blooming right now. This is all Cat's Meow right up here next to me. In the back there is more of the Baptisia or false indigo. That is the sparkling sapphire. And you'll notice the Nepeta, how it goes from taller to shorter. So that's kind of the difference in height between the Cat's Meow and the Cat's Pajamas. This here lower one is the Cat's Pajamas. In the back there is Clematis Stand By Me. And that's a non-clinging clematis like I mentioned earlier, and they have it in some supports here. Tomato cages would work good, or these obelisks like you're seeing here. Beautiful little light lavender flowers. Continuing on, we have some more salvia. This is the white, perfect white profusion. Sorry, had to think there a minute. So there's 3 or 4 different colors in that profusion series. In the background there, you're seeing more Baptisia. That's the vanilla cream. I think too, I mean, obviously this garden is huge and not obtainable for most of us, but I think it's good to see these plants in a garden setting where, you know, even if you're planting just one of them or 2 of them, you can see like how they look in a garden. As we make our way around, we're getting into a lot of daylilies, which are not blooming quite yet. There's some peonies here. These are smelling really yummy. I'm not sure what type of peonies these are because I'm not seeing a tag. So maybe as we come around the other way, there'll be a tag, but these are beautiful. A lot of purples and yellows right now in the garden. And I feel like at different times of year, certain colors just really stand out more than others. More Nepeta. This is the Nepeta Persian Blue. More Baptisia. A few little irises blooming. These are really pretty. These are the iris contrast in styles. The yellow you're seeing is the oregano. Beautiful pink is Pink Profusion. One nice thing about having this be in aisles is it definitely gives you a purposeful way you're walking back and forth, up and down, checking out everything. And I'm sure that was very intentional when this garden was created. Here's some more Nepeta. A few more peonies just starting to open. Tucked along the back is another Baptisia. I believe, I could be wrong, this is not a proven winter variety, but I think it's Grape Galaxy. It's so pretty, all the different textures, even though some of these plants are not blooming, the textures that they give into the garden is just wonderful. Amsonia Storm Cloud. This is a really pretty combination with that purple and the orange. The orange is the Totally Tangerine June. That's really nice. And then the salvia is loaded with honeybees right now. Gorgeous. Dark foliage here is Corbels or Heuchera. I believe that is wild berry. A few more little dianthus here blooming. It's part of the Paint the Town series. This is the Paint the Town Fuchsia. And behind it is some lavender that hasn't quite started blooming yet. We're going to kind of go back and forth as we walk this aisle because there's so many gorgeous things as we go. Here's some more Amsonia. This one is called Blue Ice. Some more of the Salvia Violet Profusion paired with Columbine. Look at all those beautiful purple Columbine or Achalegia. Here's a Nepeta. This is a chartreuse foliage Nepeta with beautiful purple flowers. This is a new variety, I believe, for 2024. So I don't have the name here in front of me, but I'll see if I can get that for you. More Amsonia, looking great there. Some more Salvia. Look at that lemony lace, elderberry, that yellow in the background. That's really gorgeous. Some yellow Columbine. Salvia Violet Riot. And just look how that Columbine is just kind of making its wave through the garden. The kind of coppery looking grass that you're seeing there is a toffee twist carex grass. I'm not even going to try to say it. Yes, I am. Syringium Lucerne? Yeah, I massacred that name, but look at that pretty little plant. And look at the sedum. Beautiful texture and color. This is Sedum Full Does Glow. And those irises. Wow. Iris Ruffled Velvet. So pretty. It's hot out today, it's humid out today, but man, that sky is a perfect backdrop for a garden walk. Look at those lupin, dark purple lupin. I love lupin. Those are part of the Popsicle series. Salvia Vanity Flare is that light lavender. Here is some perennial geranium. This one is called Alpenglow. More salvia there. Some sedum looking nice, even though it's not flowering yet. Look at this. This is tiramisu. Great foliage. It's not always about the flower. Salvia Fashionista Midnight Model. Cross the Aisle. Another salvia. Bumble Sky. A lot of these varieties, if they're non-proven winners, a lot of them are new to me. And every year they tuck in little surprises in this garden. Some more salvia. Let's take a look. This one is Bumble Sky. Sedum Nightlight. That's kind of cool. Nepeta. This is the old Nepeta, and look what it does. That's why it's better to go with these newer Nepeta. They're not as tall and they don't split in the middle. Some more Amsonia. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at that white splash of color. Perfect Profusion Salvia. A little bit lighter lavender. So we are in a drought condition right now here in West Michigan. It hasn't rained in forever and it's super dry. I'm trying to see if I can get a look at what these peonies are called for you. Peonies Hit Parade. Very beautiful. Here's a full view of the garden from another angle. You can just see all the beautiful color. Let's continue down this row and see what we've got. More Baptisia, lots of Baptisia. This one is called American Goldfinch. Next to Lemon Meringue. Here's a little planting here of more salvia. This is the, let's go in and take a closer look, Violet Riot. Baptisia Sparkling Sapphire. These are at the prime right now. I love Baptisia when they're just starting to flower, and that's right where they're at. I knew I had to come do this garden tour this week because last time when we were here, I figured the Baptisia would be right on where I wanted them to be, and they certainly are. There's so many Baptisia in this garden. It's gorgeous right now. Here we have Baptisia, actually let's back up, I skipped one. Baptisia Pink Lemonade. This one is just starting to bloom, so you're really not seeing the pink yet. We'll go down in there and you can see a little bit of that pink. But as the flowers age, they turn from yellow to pink. Here we have the Baptisia Pink Truffles, a little grouping of them. Baptisia Grape Taffy. Baptisia Rosy Plum. That's kind of pretty. We'll jump the aisle a minute and show you a few more of the Dianthus. Dianthus Paint the Town Fancy. And there's some sedum back in black before it's blooming. Gorgeous foliage. And that looks really nice actually paired there with that with that Dianthus. More Baptisia Burgundy Blast. Decadence Cherries Jubilee. Gorgeous. And Honey Roasted, a little shorter. Looks like Cherries Jubilee, but a little shorter variety. More Salvia. Sedum Pure Joy, not blooming, but look at those cute little mounds. Pink Dawn Salvia. Beautiful. Some more sedum, looking really nice, back in black. Beautiful Bleeding Heart, Full Sun Bloomer. More lupin, gorgeous lupin. I think they always are. I love lupin. I don't know what it is about them. I think they just always are smiling when they're in the garden. Pink Perfusion Salvia. More Salvia. This is a Proven Winners variety. I just don't have it at the tip of my head right now. More Baptisia. Burgundy Blast. Make our way down. Paint the Town Red Dianthus there, lining the border. More Columbine. This is the Columbine Red. Early Bird Cardinal could be the variety. And in the back there, more Salvia. What a beautiful, beautiful day to be out in the garden, and just so much color. I hope you enjoyed this tour. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. If you are new to our station, we invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you'll be notified of all of the videos that we do. There's a lot more great garden tours coming throughout the summer, so stay tuned, along with new plants for 2024. Thank you for watching today. I'm Heidi from Garden Crossings.